Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On Friday, Raila Amolo Odinga will make the big announcement. And the entire country is actually waiting for that day. Personally, I will be present in Kasarani to witness the event. But one man is missing in action. David Murathe. Where is David Murathe? Because David Murathe was a key player around Raila Amolo Odinga. And it was expected that by now David Murathe would have taken a leading role in organizing this event. But for the past few months, David Murathe has been missing in action. As a matter of fact, when Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta had the handshake, the person who became President Uhuru Kenyatta's mouthpiece was David Murathe. There was nothing David Murathe ever said which never came to pass. At times, people thought he was joking. At times, people thought that David Murathe was running mad. But at the end of the day, he was vindicated. He was the spokesperson. He said things for the president. But David Murathe is nowhere to be seen. In this video today, I want us to try and figure out what could have made David Murathe to go into hiding or to go mute. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button. What we do on this channel is simple. We analyze politics in a way you can't get any other place. So the best thing you can do is to click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. As you can see, since I came back from home after the burial of my dad, at least the channel has picked up again. It's because you guys are sharing the videos, you guys are giving the videos thumbs up, and you guys are dropping your comments. And specifically for this, I want you guys to give it thumbs up. And by the way, I had some dental procedure today at the Royal Dental Clinic in Kisumu. I had some root canal conducted. Very nice. So I still have a bit of discomfort, but by the end of the day, everything shall be okay. So if you have any dental problem, the best clinic, and I recommend this because I've been there, not once, not twice. They whitened my teeth. That procedure, they also conducted for me at an affordable price. You can also use medical insurances, several of them. So if you have any dental problem, don't hesitate to go to the Royal Dental Clinic in Kisumu, Alpha House. They also have a branch in Homa Bay and another branch in Migori. Now, let us get back to business. Just needed to let you know because most of you I know would notice that there's a bit of discomfort in me, but it's okay. Why do you think David Murathe is missing? Or where is David Murathe? David Murathe is not an ordinary politician. That's the first thing. David Murathe was a very close ally of President Uhuru Kenyatta. David Murathe is what Junet Mohammed is to Raila Amolo Odinga and what Oscar Sudi is to the Deputy President Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, and probably what Agoi is to Musalia Mudavadi and Salat is to Gideon Moi. I don't know about Weta, but Kalonzo Musyoka also has someone. So he's a very close ally of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And he's been playing a key role in Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta's politics. When Raila Odinga was when Francis Atwoli was hosting those meetings at the formative stages, David Murathe was a constant figure. So which means, as far as I'm concerned, David Murathe should be able to know all the details about Raila Odinga's plans, Uhuru Kenyatta's plans, and probably who is likely to become the president of the Republic of Kenya in 2022. But where is he? In my view, I tend to believe that David Murathe can only be missing because of these 4 reasons. It could be 1 or 2 of them. The first reason is that there's a chance that David Murathe has been edged out from President Uhuru Kenyatta's circles. Remember, at some point, there is a group which really wanted David Murathe out of President Uhuru Kenyatta's circles. Maybe they succeeded. And the question is, why would David Murathe be edged out from around President Uhuru Kenyatta? Why would someone decide that David Murathe must leave? I have several theories. Number 1, David Murathe created so many enemies when he was powerful. And because he created so many enemies, these enemies got opportunity. So if a decision had to be made to remove him, it was easy because he had created so many enemies. So that's number 1. Number 2, David Murathe was also viewed as the cause of Jubilee hatred in the larger Mount Kenya region. In fact, at some point, there were calls to remove Jubilee officials. Removing Jubilee officials was only about 2 individuals. Raphael told you he's also a very close ally of President Uhuru Kenyatta, and David Murathe. And when we had the by-elections, the 2 by-elections, the one in Kiamba and the other one in Juja, that's what actually destroyed David Murathe. Jubilee was defeated, humiliated. David Murathe was accused and blamed, and he carried that blame. So it was easy for anybody to edge him out of the president's circle because he was viewed as someone who was making Jubilee Party unpopular. Number 3, I think there was also need for new blood around the president. So there were people who thought that President Uhuru Kenyatta had surrounded himself with some people for a very long time. David Murathe. Who else? The Speaker of the National Assembly. So they felt that there was need to bring in new blood. And the new blood, for example, what's been brought on board is Kanini Kega. Kanini Kega is currently playing a key role for President Uhuru Kenyatta. He has the confidence of the president, and he's been representing President Uhuru Kenyatta in several functions in the larger Mount Kenya region. In fact, even the commander is no longer very close the way he used to be, because this new group is taking over. And lastly, I think he also stepped on so many toes around the king's court. You know, when you are trusted with maintaining or being around the king, you need to be very careful with the people you are stepping on their toes. So I tend to think that David Murathe probably stepped on some toes which he ought not to have stepped on. And because of that, he's been edged out from President Uhuru Kenyatta's circles. And that's why he's actually missing in action, because there's no way you can be edged out of the president and then become closer to Raila Odinga. It doesn't work. Politics doesn't work like that. The moment you lose favor with the president, or the moment you lose favor with Ruto, or the moment you lose favor with Raila, that marks the beginning of your end. So the first reason is, I think he has been edged out from President Uhuru Kenyatta's circles. Number 2, maybe, just maybe, David Murathe had completed his mission. Maybe he was assigned a specific mission, and he has accomplished that mission. The mission of destroying Jubilee as a political party. Why would the president destroy Jubilee? Simple. So that Ruto can be weakened. Maybe that was the objective. Maybe the other objective was to kick out William Ruto out of Jubilee. He has perfectly done that. Today, William Ruto has his own political party. Or maybe he has accomplished the mission of sending President Uhuru Kenyatta's message. So the president wanted just a message to be sent, directive, that for me, 2022, I'm going to support Raila Odinga. So David Murathe was outside there reminding people every day why the president will not support his deputy, how the deputy is wrong, is bad, Yet, deep down, the idea was to relay President Uhuru Kenyatta's message, because everybody, unless you are not living in this country, everybody will agree that David Murathe is actually the mouthpiece of the president. So the second reason why Murathe is missing, in my view, is because he has actually accomplished his mission, and therefore he doesn't have any other role. Number 3, in my view, there could be a fallout within President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga's camps. Even Atuli at some point was missing in action. Probably there's a group which is coming up, and that group is edging out this other gentleman. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to look at it from that perspective. Because if there was no fallout, there is no way David Murathe would be missing these events. The David Murathe I know would be here. The media would be looking for Murathe to interview just to get his thoughts, because the media knew that David Murathe speaking is actually not David Murathe speaking. David Murathe speaking was President Uhuru Kenyatta speaking. So they would be all over looking for David Murathe. So maybe around Raila Odinga and around President Uhuru Kenyatta, there's a fallout. And that fallout would mean that someone like David Murathe had to pave way. Number 4, in my view, I think there's also the chance that David Murathe is missing in action because there's the emergence of a new camp around these two principles, or the emergence of Azimio la Umoja. David Murathe was for BBI. He was about removing Ruto. Once those were done, then a new thing emerged, which is Azimio la Umoja. Azimio la Umoja needed members of parliament. It needed senators. It needed governors. David Murathe is not a governor. He's not a senator. He's not a member of parliament. He's not an MCA. So which means his input was going to be limited. And someone like David Murathe, and I know our Kenyan politicians with egos, would not have accepted just to be pushed very, very far. So he opted, okay, let me do this. Let me take a low profile. You guys as politicians, can you go ahead and push the Azimio la Umoja? Once you are done, then probably we will come back. So I'll be interested in following David Murathe, his actions, and especially after the Azimio la Umoja meeting in Nairobi. And lastly, I think the collapse of Jubilee as a political party has also contributed immensely towards the disappearance of David Murathe. Number 1, David Murathe is the Jubilee vice chairperson. So he had a seat, so which means he had a platform. And the moment Jubilee collapsed, it means there was no platform for David Murathe. I mean, if Jubilee is dead and is the vice chairperson of the party, and the media is not following him up on any other issue, why would he emerge? So I think the collapse of Jubilee has contributed in a very, very big way. I strongly believe that if Jubilee still existed, and I repeat, if Jubilee still existed, there was no way whatsoever David Murathe would not be speaking, because the media would be seeking his opinion as the Jubilee vice chairperson. And when Raila Odinga will be unveiling his new vehicle, I don't think Jubilee will be there or ODM. It's going to be totally different vehicle. Maybe David Murathe was tasked of collapsing Jubilee, and once Jubilee is collapsed, then Raila Odinga was going to unveil a new political party. Then all these guys are going to join that party, that new party, or that new coalition. And once that's done, then the rest will follow. And because he has achieved this objective, there is no point. I don't know what to think, but that's my take. And by the way, the DP and these brigades are in Laikipia. Raila Odinga was in Laikipia the other day. Just yesterday is when I was explaining that probably the deputy president is trying to checkmate, follow Raila Amolo Odinga, and is doing that. But Ketu Waruguru has been heckled badly. Not by Azimio guys, not by Keleweke, but by their own internal fights. Kwani Huyu mama hakusikiza ground. She didn't listen to the ground. I thought she told the entire country that she was listening to the ground. Anyway, I want to advise youths. Don't take someone's 200 or 500 or 1,000 or even 2,000 or even 5,000 to go and cause chaos in another rally. It hurts, but it doesn't also pay. So just stop it. If you don't want to listen to anybody, please don't go to their rallies. Just let Ketu Waruguru speak. If you have another person and they are sharing the platform, let the other person take opportunity and outshine. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day.